A compelling reason to consider Kenya seriously is our demonstrable commitment to eradicating unemployment, poverty, hunger, disease, and inequality through our bottom-up economic transformation plan. Our focus is on transformative and inclusive growth, anchored by invigorated productivity at the bottom of the economic pyramid and driven by strategic investment in key sectors in our universal healthcare space, our food security expansion program, our agro-processing, affordable housing, the micro, small, and medium enterprise space, and of course, our digital infrastructure. Our ambition to leverage agro-industrial productivity for growth, export manufacturing, and surplus food production presents numerous investment opportunities in agriculture and in the entire food sector. Under our universal health coverage program, investment opportunities include vaccine and pharmaceutical manufacture, as well as the production of medical commodities and biomedical supplies. And I have had occasion to interact with some of the enterprises here who are considering that space. And we are extending facilities in our special economic zones for those who want to consider manufacture of pharmaceutical facilities, commodities, and supplies, not just for Kenya, but for East Africa, and if you may consider the entire. We are enhancing our technology ecosystem to attract big tech companies and startups, positioning Kenya as the premier destination in our continent. Our digital superhighway program involves laying another 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic infrastructure and establishing numerous digital hubs across the country. You may want to know that Kenya has 8 undersea cables. I think the only place where you can get such number of undersea cables anywhere in Africa. During my visit here in the US, for example, we will sign a deal between Microsoft, EcoCloud, and UAE's G42 to build a 1 gigawatt data center using US technology, UAE financing, and of course, Kenyan geothermal energy resources. That kind of collaboration and partnership is what we need and is what we are talking about. Kenya's largest BPO company, CCI Global, has doubled its workforce, adding another 4,000 jobs to serve American clients like United Airlines, Spirit Airlines, JetBlue, AT&T, and Shift, highlighting the importance of ICT-reliant sector in our partnership. We also lead in e-mobility. You heard Ambassador make that statement, hosting over 30 e-mobility companies and attracting regional players like Ampersand and US electric vehicle leader, Rivian. And just for you to contextualize this, in this year's budget, we will be eliminating all taxes for the first 100,000 cars that are powered by electric energy. Our affordable housing agenda will be realized through the construction of 200,000 housing units annually over the next 5 years. The opportunity to invest in this sector exists, and I have had occasion, and a friend of mine mentioned to me that they are willing to consider investment in that space because we believe that annually we should be able to have 200,000 homeowners in Kenya, and we want to have a private-public partnership engagement to deliver on the same. We are committed to attracting significant foreign direct investment by creating a stable, transparent, and predictable business environment. Consequently, we are continuously enhancing our institutional framework, regulatory regime, and providing incentives to attract foreign direct investment. Kenya offers a highly strategic location to set up your business, whether you are interested in the domestic market of about 55 million people, or the East African market with 8 countries and a population of 330 million people, or you are interested in the COMESA ecosystem together with SADC that brings together 27 countries, a population of 720 million people, and a GDP of $3.4 trillion. That is the space and the scope you can get by investing in Kenya. Nairobi is a rational and strategic choice for many global multinational firms, international organizations, and NGOs due to its incomparable geostrategic position, and we host the only UN headquarters in the global south. We are renowned for our well-educated, highly skilled, hospitable, and enterprising population, including motivated young men and women who reflect our entrepreneurial spirit. We have made tremendous investment to develop a modern, efficient, and seamless integrated transport, communication, and energy infrastructure. Our excellent network of ports, railways, roads, and airports reinforce Kenya's position as the gateway to East, Central, and Southern Africa. Additionally, as was mentioned here, 93% of Kenya's national grid is powered by renewable energy from abundant hydro, wind, solar, and geothermal resources, placing us on track to achieving 100% clean energy supply by 2032. Recognizing that private sector and players in that space require predictable policies, including tax policies, for long-term investment decisions, Kenya has been updating tax policy guidelines since June last year to enhance the predictability of our tax regime. We are committed to continue doing this every 5 years to make sure that you can make your investment decisions knowing what taxes you're going to pay. Additionally, we have reviewed our digital services tax regime, aligning it with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, commonly known as OECD, inclusive framework. VAT on exported services is no longer payable, and verified tax refund claims will be processed within 6 months, failing which taxpayers can offset their claim against future tax liabilities without further application to our Kenya Revenue Authority. Startup companies are now exempt from paying tax due from unrealized gains on employee-allocated shares. Our commitment to making Kenya one of the most attractive places to do business has already borne fruit. Kenya has been ranked the 3rd most attractive place to do business in Africa by the World Bank, and we are continuing to build on this success story to do more, to attract more. To enhance effectiveness and responsiveness is managing the growing volume of interactions. We have established a structured engagement framework. This includes the recently launched trilateral business dialogue between the American Chamber of Commerce, the Government of Kenya, and the United States, which shall be mandated to meet every 3 months to address and resolve challenges faced by investors and other businesses in our country. This is important because we value each of our 400 US companies that participated in the 4th AmCham and those that have chosen Kenya as the location of their regional branches or headquarters. Our intention is to ensure that companies like Amazon Web Services, Apple, Citigroup, Coca-Cola, and this afternoon we signed an investment program with Coca-Cola of $175 million over the next 5 years, including Del Monte, General Electric, Google, Hello Tractor, IBM, Intel, Kentegra, MasterCard, Microsoft, Oracle. Do I need to continue? All of them are among many companies that we guarantee maximum value for their investors by realizing the full benefits of working from Kenya, working in Kenya, and working with Kenyans. I thank the American Chamber and specifically Ambassador Mick Whitman, the US Ambassador to Kenya, for their leadership in establishing this important framework. Ambassador Whitman continues to be a great friend of Kenya and a tireless champion of US investors. Her round-the-clock involvement has enabled us make very quick progress in our dialogues and in implementing our consensus. This is the spirit in which Kenya and the US should engage now and always. Together, through effective partnerships, we have a historic opportunity to unlock the vast potential for the benefits of millions of Kenyans and Americans alike. The case I make is straightforward. Kenya works, Kenya means business. As long as you are talking investment, we are ready for you, and together we shall make your vision to be. Welcome to Kenya, and I thank you.
And in Kenya, the creative economy is already 5% of GDP. Remember I said tourism, which is what Kenya is so known for, is 10% of GDP. And so think about it, if that is tremendous opportunity, I think, for the employment of young people. And so there's a real move afoot by the president and his administration to build the creative economy. And this will take time. Listen, Lagos, Nigeria has been doing this for quite some time. South Africa has been doing this for quite some time. But there is a real core of creatives there. There is the financing availability there. Nikki Weinstock is going to make 10 movies in Kenya by Kenyan creators. So I think with a little bit of focus and making sure that business climate is great for creatives, I think this can be a very big business for Kenya. And as I said, we've been very inspired by what we've seen here. So thank you for hosting.